Good morning everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm your host DK10. After 10 minutes of qualifying here at yamaguiwa-myabi, Duskiver takes pole position in the VGT team event. And then none other than his partner qualified in second place. Mr. C, he had a resurgence after the minis. He's here in third place ahead of Chalky 12 in fourth. Offskis, the rival of Mr. C, is not too far behind him. Here in 5th place, Wody is in 6th. Ricky J in 7th place. Dazzler in 8th place. Team Subaru there, 7th and 8th. DK10 is in 9th. The Keenleys qualifying in 10th place. Great qualifying session from the Keenleys. Number 1 Pops is in 11th. And TRG Joyce is down the order in the AMG. His teammate qualifying his AMG in 4th place. But we're going to go down the order. And we shall start with, we shall start with Offskis today. We'll start with, no we won't, we'll start with Baldy even, beg your pardon. Let's get it underway. 30 minutes of yamaguiwa-myabi coming up. We're poised, TC goes on. Once that launch off the line, sweeping left-hander as well, and a fantastic start by all three. Mr. C already up from 3rd to 1st. Offskis having a look at Duskiver early on into turn 1, getting it done as well. Waldy's not too far behind either. This is a 30-minute race, a long way to go. Duskiver just closing off Waldy there. Let's get them views, get up the order. There's Mr. C then through turn 3 and 4. Leading the way from his rival who's right behind him. Becoming a bit of a battle between these two for supremacy. As we just see a car go off in the background. Not quite sure who that was, but Aldo taking it to Waldy. Got a good run out of that corner, did Aldo. Hard braking down there now. It's one of the most awkward corners of this circuit. Is a bit unsettling over that little bit of a crest, but all getting through nonetheless. Aldo getting in front of Waldy for 4th place. No, Team BMW is 3rd and 4th. Waldy's then in 5th. Ricky J is 6th and 7th still. And we've got number 1 Pops climbed his way up to 8th place in the opening laps. Chalk and the Joyce, the 2 AMG teammates, 9th and 10th. The Keenleys is in 11th. DK10 didn't have a great start there in the Sitner BMW. He's down in 12th place, but Mr. C still leading the way. Like I said, Offskis and Mr. C, 2 leading the final tables. There's 4 tables, and you get the combined scores. We had all them all together over the 4 leagues, and then it goes on to one table by itself to see who will become the Grand Master at the end of this series. And it's becoming pretty much a 2-horse race between Offskis and Mr. C. Mr. C is just a couple of points behind. Aldo there, just doing Duskiver, who's under pressure again from Waldy. But Rocco seems to be pretty supreme around these sort of circuits. They do look very nice as well, gotta be said. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on the battles up front. Ricky J's up to 6th. This car has got a battery there, you see that there just down on the left. It only lasts about 5 laps, 5 to 6 laps, and then the car dies off to about 177. But yeah, we'll see how they get on tonight. Running the racing mediums, racing softs for Pops on his debut here in the team event. He is my teammate for this evening, as we have got Big Franks on his jollies. Obviously there's 2 BMW teams. We've got Team BMW, number 1 Pops, and myself are racing for Sitner BMW. That's how we do that. But that AMG, we'll say, is pretty handful to drive, as you see there, just bouncing over the curves, getting a little bit unsettled and kissing the barrier. And DK10 making moves, done the Dazzler, he's up to 9th. Dazzler's 10th. Joyce is in 11th, the Keenleys in 12th. So Mr. C still leading the way. Aldo has done Offskis, we have missed it. That was unfortunate. Good looking BMWs as well, these cars. I do like these cars. Really fun. Bit of an handful to drive. Bit loosey-goosey the BMW, but it's good fun to drive. Already 4 minutes in. 30 minutes race. This follows the minis we did on Thursdays. And tonight it's the turn in the Grand Masters. There's the Group 3s and the Group 4s. The Group 3s are off to Fuji Short, and the Group 3s are off to Bathurst. So yeah, that always throws up a good race, does Bathurst. Oh, you see Waldy throwing it up the inside of Duskiver. Duskiver wants to go with a switch back here, but Waldy just covering that off. Finally gets through. Duskiver's on the racing softs. Waldy used over a quarter tank of fuel. Waldy's used just a little bit more. He's on a racing softs too, and that front right taking a bit of an hammering. But we'll see how they get on. You do have to do a mandatory pit stop in there as well. Well, you're going to do a pit stop anyway, it can't be helped, but yeah. And a mandatory tyre change as well. So Aldo's on the back door of Mr. C. The strategician is Mr. C. I said it before, he does like to run a good comfortable pace. Nurses tyres. That's a nurses fuel just a little bit. Does do a bit of fuel saving. Tries to get the overcut on everybody, but we'll see how he gets on. It didn't really pay off in the minis. He was battling with DK10 quite a bit, which ruined his strategy. But yeah, it was a good race nonetheless. There's big drama in the minis. If you haven't seen it already, go check it out. But at the end, the last lap, last corner. Oh, Mr. C clipping the rumble strip there. Got a little unsettled. That'll give Aldo a look. This is going to be a drag down to the tight right-hander now. Mr. C going semi-defensive. It's purple still though. Aldo got nowhere to go. It is very much a strategy game here. You are allowed to bump draft, but only your teammate. You're not allowed to bump draft the opponents. It gives them an advantage as well as yourself. But bump draft your teammates all day long. Obviously, it's just paying a watching brief of Aldo running wide there, trying to get that run on Mr. C. It's not quite happening for Aldo, but it looked good there. Waldy's still 4th. Duskiver's still 5th. Not sure they're going to get that one done, is it? He's having a look though. He's over on the outside. Oh, a little bit sideways for the BMW. Just unsettled him. Offskis will get a run now on Aldo. It's pretty much flat out here until you get to this bit. But no, Aldo managing that well. Hold it a little bit wide there. Missed the apex. Then we've got Duskiver. He's back from his working shifts. He's back now till the end of the season, I do believe, which is good. Which is very good. He became champion as well. A couple of about a month or so ago. Yeah, became a champion on a sprint endurance, I believe it was. A good champion. There's like a good technical circuit with Duskiver. Very technical driver. Tamed most vehicles. Tamed the what was it? The Ford GT. He raced in one season. God knows how he got around half of the tracks that we went around. Even Laguna Seca, as he's having a look at Waldy there for 4th place. Not quite yet. You want to be right under the rear wing, following the car through here, so you can get the run down onto the hairpin left. And it looks like it might be just close enough with Waldy shutting the front door there. Might be a full send here. No, thought about it. Waldy runs wide though. Duskiver's got the inside line. He will have the run down the corner. Waldy taking the curb and grass at the same time there. Might settle him under braking. Might make them tyres just a little bit greasy, and it does. Sends him off. He's in the kitty litter. He is doing a bit of lawn mowing, and not in these cars. It's not an easy fix. And he's got chalk on his rear end now. Duskiver, pressure paying off, and the chalk moves up to 5th in the AMG. Another champion. Won the Group 4 team event. The drivers' final standings. Yeah. Won that. Another champion as well. Good to see. We're Waldy then down to 6th. Dazzler's in 7th. Ricky J's 8th. DK10's in 9th. 8 minutes gone already. Yeah, this car's very light. Did take some getting used to this car. Like I already said, it's a nice car to drive. Once you get used to it, it's very good. There's the Joyce in 10th. Keenley's not too far behind. Getting a bit sideways there was Keenley's in 11th place. Her ambition is to beat the Joyce. She actually gets on, she's not too far. But Cutler still in first place. Got a bit of a train behind him now. He's got a BMW, he's got the Rocco, and Duskiver's in 4th, not too far behind either. We have got all new events coming up in the DMK on the DK10 Sim Community and Gaming page. We have got the Premier League kicks off on Sunday, and that's Aldo looking around the outside of Mr. C. Down into turn 1, might go a little bit later on the brakes, or try and at least get the switch. The side by side in turn 1. Oh, Aldo just backed out of that by the looks of it. It's turn 2. Off-skis all over his rear end. That's where you want to be. Nice and tied up on the back end of the car in front. And then just get the run out. Not sure what happened there. I did have a slight technical issue earlier on. It went on and then it went off. Kept going off. Winding me right up. That's all I need for a Thursday. Like going back to work this afternoon is not bad enough. That's Aldo going purple sector 2. Slipstream will do you well around here. Who's going to got the fastest lap? Aldo has got the fastest lap, 2:16.8. 2:17 for Mr. C. It's 2:17 for Oskis as well. The Sky was now into the 2:17. 7/10 purple this lap. Fantastic pace. Dazzler is in 5th. Ricky J. The Team Subaru. Didn't enjoy this car. Said it was a bit of an handful around here. We've either got a brake and an accelerator, well yeah, but you can't feather the throttle through a corner apparently. Won't let you do that, but we shall see. Wald is still in 7th place. He's already been in. He's got some fresh tyres and some fuel. As has the Chalky. He's been in, put a pair of racing softs on, a full tank of gas. DK10's already been in as well, back on the racing softs. Do you believe you've got a... Is it this one? No, your strategy in this one is your own, so you can run softs all day long. Joyce is still 10th, Keenan is still 11th, but the fight is up the front. And it looks like Aldo will be in this lap, definitely. It's up to Mr. C if he comes in this lap as well. We might go for another lap, but these are thirsty cars, very thirsty cars. What's Oscar saying? He's staying out. Nope, they're all in. Whatever he don't do, you do. So Duskiver will take the lead. He's going to risk it for a biscuit, a 2:16.8. Just a tenth shy of Aldo's fastest time, his teammate's fastest time. Yeah, Aldo coming in with 2 litres of fuel. 17 for Oskis, 15 for Butler, and Duskiver will lead the way. They're all being fueled up now as we speak, and that's Cutler away. Aldo's still not away. Oskis got a jump in the pits as well. Cutler came out in 2nd place. Dazzler's up to 3rd, but these haven't stopped yet. So Oskis is a net 3rd. Aldo's a net 4th. Oskis already stopped, so he'll get the jump on Dazzler and Ricky J as well. As has the Chalk, who's just gone back down the order. And DK10 some way off the pace at the moment. So where's the Skyline relative to Cutler? He is 1, 2, 3. He's literally 4 corners away at the moment. I reckon he'll be in this lap as well. We're in a little bit of TC. Don't want that car to do any. This car would be a good drift car if I'm honest. Would be a good drift car. We have also got the Willow Springs comms to do as well. That's a 40-minute race, that one, around Willow Springs. I do believe that I heard through the grapevine that the Joyce, the Cannonball, has turned into a Barja driver, shall we say. Turned into a bit of a stuntman around the Willow Springs, which will try and get them done as soon as possible. looking forward to watching that one back. There's still room in there. We're only 4 weeks in. Running for 10 weeks that season. But after that, all the DMK leagues will be cut down to 6-week leagues. Just so I can get more out. As you do. As is the Premier League. We've even got VAR. Now we've got VAR. We've got a guy that don't really like football, but he wants to take part. So he's come in as a VAR. It's going to be class. As is this fight here for Dazzler, fending off Oskis, 3rd place. But I'm not sure should be defending that hard, knowing it's coming in the pits. Both Subarus in the pits, they're stacking. Oskis then and Aldo, 2nd and 3rd. What's the pit lap times? 2:43, 2:46. And does Skybot, is he at the moment? He's pitted, yeah, he's pitted, yeah. Let's see the fresh softs and a full tank of gas. 14 minutes in, stopped a lap later than the cars in front. So he'll have an extra, at least an extra lap of nitro fuel in these cars. Absolutely gas cars was, but fantastic little bits of fun. DK10 gains up to 6. Just have a team Subaru as they pit. Racing mediums for Dazzler and Ricky J. Must be the better tyre for that sort of car, I assume. It's somewhat a second slower than the softs. We shall see. Then you've got a bit of nitro left, bit of battery power left in these Subarus. So we shall see. Big Frank's back this week as well. Gotta love Big Frank. Will they back up to a full strength, will we not? And he does love a good Group 4 race, does Big Frank. Chalk's in 5th. 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Just slipping each other around one of the technical sections of the circuit. These two BMWs are teammates. Oskis will be tempted to drop the hammer just a little bit because he wants to catch his rival Mr. C. The tyre whisperer. Then he got just under half a tank of fuel, so he must have short stopped. I can't see how he's going to last 14 minutes with that much fuel. Not in the cars that like to drink fuel, at least. You just see the 2nd, 3rd and 4th there, all at the back. We can't do any onboard shots because of the camera on these cars. You don't do the inboard onboard, which is unfortunate, but I'd like to have done an onboard around here. This track is a fantastic track. Raced here in McGann before, it was absolutely brilliant. Next series of the Grand Master is an all-Italian affair. That's on that starts January the 5th. Yeah, that's an all-Italian affair. Everything Italian is going on the track, more or less. So yeah, it'll be a good event. Oh, and a chalk. It looks like he's caught the curb there, the red and white of the rumble strips, and it's just spun him around. Oh, AMG will not be pleased with the damage on the front of that car. That's going to cost a pretty penny. And DK10's not too far behind now either. At full tilt. Running into the extremities of DK10. Might get a little look at the chalk here soon. As he goes sideways again, does the chalk. That's brought DK10 into play. Get this corner a little unsettled once or twice, but once we got used to it, we did alright. We didn't get too bad, a couple of bad results so far, falling down the order, but we navigated that well. Not quite getting that move done on the chalk just yet, we'll buy the time. Chalk runs it out wide, DK10 gets the inside line and up to 5th place. It's a drag race. Oh, excuse me. Shouldn't have drank the tea too fast. Chalk will be in the slip now. It is flat out through this section and up the hill. A little bit sideways for DK10 as well. Not where you'd want to be. Chalk's up the inside now, up to 5th. DK10 looking at Chalk to the tighter line as well. Chalk goes sideways again. Oh, he will not be happy. He will not be happy. Here come the Subarus. Looks like he's just hanging on to 6 right now, is the Chalk. And his teammate is in 9th place. Currently running in 9th is Joyce. Keenlis is in 10th. Who have we lost? We've lost Waldy. I do believe we've lost Waldy. So, 10 minutes to go. Mr. C leading the way, and he's got less than a quarter of a tank of fuel compared to Oskis, who is, I would say, good to the end. He's good to the end. As is Aldo and Duskiver, who looks like he's just been in again for a splash and dash. Oh no, he did a full tank, didn't he? Yeah, and a fresh set of racing softs. Looking after the racing softs, this BMW, it's not too bad at all. Oskis is still under pressure from Aldo. So Team BMW putting Oskis under a bit of pressure now. They want the points for themselves, if not for the constructors table. Going to be a close end to the season, I do believe, which ends on the 29th. The wife's birthday. I did mention to her, I said, babe, there's a race, it's on your birthday. She went, that's alright, we're going away Friday. I was like, ooh. And then she was like, ooh, where we're going? And she went, we're Blackpool. When you finish work. I don't finish work till 6. So yeah, I'm going to do my work. Try and see if I can leave just a little bit earlier, and then I'm going to get the car loaded up before I go to work. And when I come on the way back, I'll pick up the treacle and the daughter, and then we will lodge. That is Mr. C in the pits, as I suspected. Oskis then got the advantage here at Yamaguiwa-myabi right now in his fight with Aldo, who's up the inside for 2nd place. Who's going to be on the inside of turn 2, side by side turn 3, and right there outside Aldo. What a fantastic move, son. Now Oskis is under pressure from Duskiver for 2nd place. This is going to be a good battle, a really good battle. Needs to know what Mr. C can do about it. He's literally a corner away, and it's not a slow corner either, to be fair. You ain't got to worry about tyre wear or fuel wear, it's a full sends. Dazzler's in the pits. Tyre's just gone on, refueling going, and the splash and dash with Dazzler. DK10 just coming down the start finish straight. We're up to 7th, Chalk's down to 8th, qualified 4th. 1, 2, yeah, 4th. That's kind of good back then. Just lost 4 positions tonight as a Chalk so far. A lot can happen in the last 8 minutes. Keenly's in the top 10. Getting quicker as the Keenly's. First season with a DMK. Not sure if she's done any racing before in a team, but yeah, good to have her aboard. But Aldo's got that gap out to Oskis. The Skyver's not too far behind now either. You see Mr. C just behind him coming around the hairpin. And that's Oskis off. Oskis run wide, dead easy to do through that section of the circuit, so deceiving. You click the rumble strip on the left, it fires you over to the right. You won't save that in these cars. You the wheel, and Aldo pits. It's a 2-stop for Aldo. The Skyver carries on. There's 6 and a few seconds to go. 6 minutes and a few seconds to go. The Skyver leads the way for Mr. C. Aldo's not left yet. Now he's away. There's Ofskis. Ofskis is out as well. Out early. He knows you don't need a lot of fuel. Might have to do a bit of might have to go into fuel saving mode. See how he gets on. But the Skyver's your net leader so far. Not been a bad return for the Skyver. Picked up loads of points. But is in second place, only gaining a handful over Ofskis, who's in third place right now. There's some right battles in the last few seasons. I dare say we're in for another one this season. With only 4 races left to go, I do believe, just 4 races left to go. Going to be a banger, and tonight could be make or break for Mr. C. I need to get onto the strategician my end to see what Mr. C needs to do and where he needs Ofskis to finish. But I think Mr. C could do with dropping down to about 6th, 7th place for a few races. But it's hard to see that happening with the form that Ofskis has been in this season. Is a renewed driver, shall we say. He did race with us in previous seasons when we more or less first started. And then was racing somewhere else in between work shifts, and obviously our times differ from everybody else's league racers, but he's come back a renewed driver and it shows. Done absolutely brilliant, and to pull away from a 2-time champion as well in the Iceman, the Flying Scotsman, the man with many names. He's a 2-time champion. Ricky J's in 5th, DK10 in 6th, Chalk 7th, Dazzler, recovering Dazzler 8th place, Joyce is still in 9th, Takini is still 10th. The Skyver has just exited the pits and rejoins in 2nd place, just behind Mr. C. I think the Skyver can push now to the end. It is a 2 minutes a lap, 220 a lap. We've got 6 minutes on the clock. That's 8. We're going to get another lap after this one. So, one more lap after this one. And the Skyver's on the podium. Ofskis is on the podium. Can Aldo do all about that? Boost points for Team BMW. The more points you get, the more you'll pull away from the rest of the field in the manufacturers. I designed this league so I could at least try and produce 4 winners, but I know Mr. C is leading one, I know Ofskis is leading one, Chalk did lead the minis for a while, but I think he's lost that place right now in the mini table and dropped down just a bit. But Aldo's currently in 4th place. Ofskis is still 3rd, not too far. Now we can see the Skyver putting Mr. C under pressure, and they're both on the racing softs. Skyver took a tighter line. Mr. C's up round the outside. Wants to keep that 1st place, does he not? It looks like he went over the crest we go. And to the king right hand up. And down hard on the brakes for the hairpin. And then we come through for one of the most awkwardest sections of the circuit here. It's dead awkward to get right, especially this bit with the Skyver's on now, but he navigates that really well. You can't see him behind Mr. C, he's that close. I tell you, the Skyver's technique's absolutely fantastic. He did sell me a pit stop here in the Group 4s and the Team Endurance. It was in the GT40 and I was in the Lexus and it looked like he went to turn into the pit, so I was like, you know what, if you're going in, I'm going to come in myself and try and beat you just on pace. But he didn't, he stayed out. He recovered it just in time to pull out the pits, and I ended up sailing in the pits, and the strategy went out the window after that, which then cost me an extra lap of fuel. And that's to do a splash and dash. I missed the seat under pressure, it's less than a second. There's off skis. He's just coming up to lap the Keenleys, who will be doing Aldo a favour if she don't pull out the way. She's being blue flagged right now. Down hard on the brakes, off skis hard on the brakes, got that corner spot on, as did Aldo. Or just forced him off the racing line and making him go around the outside. He wouldn't really want to do that, but she's trying her best. No contact was made. And there DK10 is just leaving the pits. Dazzler up to 6, but not too far in front. Yeah, I did have to splash and dash. I was lapping off light on fuel. It worked out that. I do believe this is going to be the last lap. Joyce is up to 8th, Keenleys is 9th. Who have we lost? We have lost another driver. I do believe that's a truck. We did have failure. He did have an AMG failure. It is the final lap with only 3 corners left to go now. This guy was trying to get that sweep on Mr. C. Wants to open the corner up, get the drive down here. But I don't think he's going to quite get that done. This guy was not once quit until the end. And he's right under the rear wing of Mr. C. Mr. C, hang on, we get back to winning ways here in the Team VGT. It looks like he can. Just about. Joyce finishes 8th. Cutler wins here tonight at Yamaguiwa. Duskiver comes home in 2nd place. Off skis is going to come home for 3rd. Aldo will come home for 4th. Ricky J, his finishing position is 1st. Is down in 5th. That was in the VGT minis and the bonus races that we did. He has got a victory under his belt. He has had a few podiums as well, but he's coming home here this evening to finish in 10th place. DK10 not too far behind in 6th place. Remember passing Dazzler just a couple of corners ago. Obviously these cars are very slow compared to ours. They've got no battery. There's DK10 rounding that corner there at the bottom. Just seen him there. But Ricky J rounding out the top 5. 13 laps of yamaguiwa-myabi. Congratulations to you, my friend. That's 5th place. DK10 will come home for 6th. Not a bad recovery drive. Dazzler will come home for 7th. And the Keenest comes home for 9th. That was the team event. The Grand Master team event. Let me just get my Bic and my pad out, because I just want to tell you the events that we also have going off that are starting. Monday nights we have got the Group 3 Team Endurance, which was done by the Wheel of Fate. Your teammate was picked by the wheel. The cars were picked by the wheel. But the sort of guy I am here at DMK, I like to do things just a little bit different. The boys had a little of a test session in the cars, and I opened a wheel of trade with 7 other Group 3 cars, which consisted of the Corvette, the Viper, the McLaren, the Beetle and the Mitsubishi Evo. And we had 3 teams that went on a trade wheel. And that was Team 1 was Jainio and Pete Jones. They was currently in the Audi R8. That got changed to the Group 3 Jaguar. DK10 and the Keenleys, they are in the Group 3 Aston Martin. Waldy and Guidi on Team 3 was in the Ferrari 458. Not keen on it. They wasn't keen on it. We did, like I said, we did do a couple of 15-minute races. And it was a bit loosey-goosey for them around some of the circuits. But they traded in the 458 and took away the Hyundai. And Mark and Glenn Team 4 traded in the Volcanhorse BMW And obviously, due to my eagerness, I thought they both agreed that they were trading in, and they didn't. But I did the draw anyway, and it pulled out a Viper. But when I realised after the stream and was talking in the chat that one wasn't agreed, so I had to put the Viper back in, give them the BMW back, and then they agreed to go on the wheel of fate. So obviously the Viper goes back on the wheel because it was a null and void vote, and then pulled out the Corvette. So the Vulcan horse got swapped for the Corvette. Ofskis and Ryan McVeigh, Team 5, are in the Group 3 Aston Martin, the AMG. Aston Martin AMG, that's a new car, isn't it? Wonder what that would look like. It's a Mercedes AMG. They are. Ofskis and Ryan in a Mercedes AMG. And Aldo on the chalk, Team 6, they're racing for Team Porsche, the RSR, the Group 3. Cracking little car. I want to see big things coming from that. And the pair, these are the last two. I dare say Team 6, Aldo and the chalk, in an RSR which they've raced many times, has got to be said is a team to watch. Probably one of the two powerhouse teams that we've got here as well. And Team 7, some of you may know, D-Dot, does live streaming on Facebook, does a lot of streaming, fantastic guy. And Mr. C, you've just seen here as well. D-Dot and Mr. C, another power couple, you know what I mean, a power team. They are in the Lamborghini, the Group 3 Lamborghini. I asked them what it was like when they tested it, and all I got back, it was good to look at. So, yeah, we shall see. And that opens Monday night. Quarter to 8, the lobby opens. And it is at 8:15 qualifying. And then we're going into a 1 hour race. All should be done by 9:30 or so. 9:30, quarter to 10, something like that. We should be all done for. Should be fantastic. And the commentator, we've actually got a commentator, which I'm very pleased to announce. It's Dark Smoker. If you don't know him, go check him out on YouTube. He covers the Chewit Minis and many other leagues throughout the week. He's a fantastic guy and a fantastic commentator, so check out Dark Smoker. And DMK leagues I have coming up, new leagues that are coming up. January the 5th, we've got Grand Master Series 2. That is an all-Italian affair. Really looking forward to that one, because this one has been absolutely fantastic. We've also got the WTC DMK World Touring Cars, which was originally aimed for going on GT7, but a couple of lads reporting back that it was lagging all over the place. At one point it was lagging that bad it was giving him an headache. So yeah, they did 2 races on there. We pulled it back and continued from week 3 back on GT Sport. That is still underway. Week 4. So yeah, that is one. And we've also got iRacing League on a Tuesday night. We've got just 2 races left, and we're at Summit Point on Tuesday. And then the following week we're at Brands Hatch. I tell you what, it's been fantastic. We was at a track this week, Charlotte Motor Speedway. Whoever designed that track must have died at the end when he was drawing it or something, because Jesus Christ, some of the corners, absolutely atrocious. I couldn't even get out of the pit lane. I pulled out of the pit box and I seen a gap in the wall and some water barrels. I thought that was the exit. I literally went through, got black flag straight away. So that's not the way out the pits. Literally, when I went back out again, I had to reset my car, requested a new car, got that, come out the box, and then it's an immediate turn left. And finding my way around that circuit was horrendous. And then in race 2, doing probably 233k down a straight, and then there's a freaking chicane in the middle. It's a right, left, and I hit the curb. Got it all wrong, hit the blue curb, sent the car flying in the air, and down the road it went. Yeah, broke my car off. Got disqualified in race 1, too many incident points for going off track. What a palaver that was. But yeah, I saved all them. I've got a full season to do on iRacing comms. But hopefully I can get a commentator in for the next season, which is going to be a mixed Group 3 on iRacing. That's being sorted out now as we speak, because obviously we've got 2 weeks to get a new league sorted out on the iRacing. And on Thursdays, after the Grand Masters, we have got the LMP ones. That is a 6-week league. That's another 1 hour endurance race. You'll be qualifying around dinner time, and then you'll be racing in the evening. They're looking to get that one underway about the same time on the Monday as we do the Mondays, about 7:45, qualifying by 8:15. And Sunday night's a brand new league. It's all out racing. The tyre wear is only set to 1. The fuel wear is only set to 1. It's designed to give you a bit of tyre wear and a bit of fuel wear, but not too much that you have to pit. The races are only going to be 20 minutes long. 10-minute qualifying, 20-minute race, then you'll have a little 5 minutes, and then we'll go in and reverse the grid and go again. That is going to be live commentated on by myself, but I will race if I need to boost numbers up and do post comms later on. That is the Premier League, and we've already got teams in there. We've got Rangers, we've got Liverpool, we've got Charlton Athletic, Luton Town. So yeah, we've got Arsenal are in there as well. We've got VAR, he's here as well. That's going to be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to this. Just a bit of a crack on a Sunday night, hosted by none other than DMK Chalky 12. So yeah, head over to DK10 Sim Community and Gaming page. I've also got new leagues coming as well that are in the pipeline. We've got I'm going to try and put on a MotoGP league and a proper Barja league. I've had a look at as well, where you can have the buggies, the bikes, the trucks. I know you can have 8 in a lobby on this one, but I could have different hosting a Barja, and then obviously we'll do promotion and demotion. That would be good. So one night you could be in the bikes, the week after you could be in the buggies, the week after that you could be in the truck. Going to mix it up just a little bit, so watch this space. And in between all that, we are doing The Last of Us remastered on PS5 as well. I am. So yeah, you can come and watch me do that as well. Lots going off, lots coming up. So yeah, for anybody in the team endurance on Monday night who watch this stream, trade wheel shuts tomorrow. Gives you 2 days to get your liveries done if you do go on a trade wheel. So yeah, the wheel of trade closes tomorrow. Yes. Right. That is it. That is me. You lot have a blessed day. Take care of yourselves. I've been DK10. Peace.